Hello Divi community, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal as always is to help make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I just want to follow up the blog layout that we did in the previous video. And what we have is the single page or the single post layout that also does not look that exciting. So on the fly, we're pretty much just going to see what we can do to try and improve upon this. So let's get started. Okay, so to do so, what we want to do is we want to jump into the theme builder at the bottom here. All right, so the theme builder, this helps us to create templates that can carry across the website. And we can use in a multitude of places. So where we want to look at right now is you can build a header, a body, and a footer. These are all global ones for the default website. So if you want to add a new one, let's just say build new, and we want to show this on all posts. All right, and we create template. So now you can see there's a difference here. No longer is it asking us to add a global body, but it's asking us to add a custom body. So whatever work we do inside here, whatever design work, it's going to affect all the different posts that we have. So that might sound a little confusing if this is the first time that you're here right now, but bear with me. As we go through this, it'll become a lot clearer. All right, so a custom header, a custom header is going to include the top over here. Now, I don't want to cover that for today because that one we can always go. I do have how to build a custom header in another video, which you can always go and take a look at. I'll try and link it if I can find out how to in this video here. Otherwise, what we want to work on today is we want to work on building this part, the rest of the blog post up until the footer. So from here to here. We want to change that and make it look just a little bit more exciting. Okay, so let's jump back in there. So because we're not doing the header, we're going to skip that part and we're going to jump straight into the body. All right, so now that it's loaded, you are presented with pretty much what you should be familiar with if you've used Divi before, which is the blank canvas with the section and the row. Okay, so we want to take this row. We want to make it, we want to make it a single. Then we want to put in post content. No, not post content. It's post content. Post title. We're going to put in post title. Okay. Now, post title is going to be whatever the article is about, and it's going to be dynamically shown. So if your article post is excepturi dolor qui, whatever that is, that's going to be displayed over here for each and every one because it's a template that we're building. Okay, so in this particular one, I don't want to show author. I don't want to show date. Okay, we can keep the categories and we can keep the comments. But I also don't want to show the featured image. Okay. Then I'm going to change the background. Do I want to change the background here? No. I want to change the background in the row. Okay, so where am I going? Background. Let's make the background a nice purple. Okay. All right. Design. Let's give it a border. Let's make it nice round corners, say 20 pixels. That should work. Okay. In the background as well, let's go and give it something different. Let's give it a pattern. Where do we want to give it? Starting in the top left. No, starting in the bottom right. And can we get actual size? Fit custom size. Pattern width. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Offset. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, then let's just leave it like that for now. but instead of that color, let's make it only slightly. Okay, there we go. Alright, okay, then we want to jump into spacing. Let's give it some padding. 40. Okay, 40 at the bottom. And then let's give it 40 over here. And 40 over here. Alright, 40. Or what you can just do is you can just link it. Okay, so that's okay. Let's go back and jump into the text, the post title. Go design, title text. This title text, let's make it ultra bold. Let's make it white so we can actually see it. Let's change this to that's something interesting. Let's go with Anton. Anton a bit much. What else can we do? What else can we do? Boogaloo? Yeah, okay, let's go with Boogaloo. But obviously Boogaloo, we want to make it bold and we want to make it a lot bigger. Let's go with 50. Okay. Alright. Next thing we want to do is we want to jump into the meta text. Alright. Let's change this color. Actually turned out okay. But we want to make it bold as well. Or at least semi-bold. Alright. Okay. Right, what else can we put in here? Okay, let's try and put in an author. Let's see if we can. I'll go blurb. Let's go design. Let's put it to the side. Okay. Then let's take text. Oops, not that text. Yeah, text, sorry. Alright. Okay, a title. Let's call it Mike B. And then let's just say likes to play with Divi, likes to attempt to surf, and eats more than his body weight in candy. Okay, let's go and see. Title text. Let's make title text white, obviously, so we can see it nicely. I want to make sure it's bold, ultra bold, so that we can actually read it. Text, body text. Body text we also want to be white, so that we can read it. Okay. Right, sizing. Content width. We want to make this big. Actually, I want to leave it there. But maximum width, we want to make 65%. I think it's okay. Right, we want it to be modular line to the left. And then let's go see if we can just get some kind of image here. What do I have? Let's take this one. Upload an image. Right, image and icon. So we can make it bigger. Nope, not letting make it bigger, but let's go here and 50%. Make it nice and round. Okay, I think we can work with that for now. All right, so let's jump into the next part. So let's jump into the section. Now in the section, let's break it into 2. Okay. Over here, we'll want to put a menu. Some kind of menu. Design, layout, left aligned, centered. Okay, it's not going to work so nice. Alright, for us to actually have the menu properly here, we're going to have to do quite a bit of CSS to make it vertical. So in the meantime, let's just work on the blog content, post content. So post content is now listing out all of the typography that we have in the blog. So if you go back to the previous one, you can see that the typography is the same used in both. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to jump in here and we'll bring this across. Design, let's start working. So the heading text we want to make the same as the one we're using in the title, so that there's a bit of consistency going throughout. Alright, so for the H1, let's give it a bit more size as well. Let's take it up to about 40. Okay, looks good. H2, let's do the same thing. Boogaloo. Let's take him up to about 34. Okay. H3, again, Boogaloo. Take them up to 28. Okay, and I think we're going to stop there with regards to the titles, or the headings. Instead, what we'll do is we'll now jump into, here's heading text, we'll jump into text itself. So let's go see, let's use PT Sans. Alright, and let's make it a bit bigger. Let's take it up to about 16. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. Let's get text line height. Okay, now what I want to do is I just want to save this. Close it off. So we save changes here too. And then let's jump back into this post and see what happens. Alright, so you can see our header has taken effect and our text has changed over here too. Okay, if we had the menu would be displaying over here. Alright, so it's looking pretty decent so far. Let's jump back in. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to close that off. We want to open up. Okay, so we want to open up a row. I'm just trying to think, how do we want to lay this out? Okay, let's just go the same thing. Okay, so we want a row. Let's just go style the row first. We want it the same as this one. Copy row styles, jump in here, paste row styles, the beauty of Divi. Right, and then we'll jump in, give us some text. Ready to get started. Let's call that an H2. Let's make it centered. And design H2. Let's go make you white, make you bold, all my usual things. Alright, let's leave it like that. Let's add in another one. Okay, got that there. Let's go text. I want to make that white. Maybe a bit bigger. Okay, I want to go and see, put it in the center. Yep, that's okay. I think we'll just leave it at that. And then finally, let's add in a button. Design, button, custom styles. All right, button color. Let's make it a yellow button. Oh, one yellow, one yellow. Yeah, okay, let's go with yellow. Button background, yellow. Okay, so it just stands out nicely. So then I'll make the text color white. Button text size, let's make it smaller. There we go. Then what we'll do is we want to make the radius a little bit bigger. Okay, and we want to jump in, make this bold, ultra bold. We don't want to show the icon, but the spacing, we want to do top 35. Oh, it might be too big. Yeah, that's too big. Let's make it 15. Yeah, that's better. And then 45. That's still too big. Let's make this 10. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So alignment, we want to put in the center. Text, let's jump back in there. Oh, sorry, button, look for the text color. And let's go for purple. Okay. There we go. Maybe we want to now not have ultra bold. Let's go with semi bold. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Button text shadow. Let's give it a bit of text shadow. No. But what we do want is a box shadow. There we go. Okay. So that looks good. Save that. Let's go back into our post content. And you can see there it is right there. Okay. Now, the final thing we want to put in is, do we want to put another section or just another row? I think let's go with a section. Right, so first thing we want is a title text there. And let's say related articles. Okay, and let's make this an H3 just so that we're using all of our H tags. Let's make it a semi-bold. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But then we add in a, so we can we get to the, yes. Okay, let's get a divider. Right, line. Let's make it the purple so that everything is there. Okay, then we want to put in one more row and we want to put in a blog. Make it post for current page. And so post for current page, you come here, you see it'll display posts for the current page useful on archive and index pages. So what it's going to basically do is it's going to pick up whatever category you're in and then display the same similar kind of posts from that category. All right, let's go to layout. Full width we don't want, grid we want. Okay, that's looking good so far. All right, what do we want? What don't we want? Elements. We want a featured image. We don't want the author. We don't want the date, because evergreen content, obviously. And we definitely don't want pagination. And I think at most we want only 3 articles to display. Okay, so it's just a nice row like that. Okay, do we want the bottom excerpt? Okay, I suppose we can look better without. Elements, show excerpt. I think it'll look better without. Okay, so let's go without. Let's jump in here. Title text. Let's make it bold again. Boogaloo. Let's make this title slightly bigger. Okay. Then we want to jump into meta text. Let's call this orange. Right, okay. And we want to make it bold. Or semi-bold at least. Okay. Then what we don't want is we don't want a border. But instead, what we want is we want box shadows. Alright. I think that works. Okay. So, let's go and see how this looks. Start it up again. And we scroll down. Go. And related articles. We probably don't have any in that category. So we'll probably have to say no for now. But once you have your own setup, then yes, it'll work. Okay, just hit that, save, come back. And there they are. Okay, so that is how you can build out a basic blog layout. Once you built this, obviously then you can start building out more things. You can start adding more customization to it. You can even get a nice plugin that I like to use. That's called, let's go and jump in. There's layouts, we don't want the layouts, but we do want, okay, it's not working now. But it's called Table of Contents, and I'll link it in the description below if you're interested in this table of contents. But what the table of contents plugin basically does is that it'll pull any headings automatically from your content over here, and then it'll put it into a nice, beautifully layered menu wherever you position it. So I'll usually position it in my left sidebar, which you can see actually if we come in here. So you can see clearly in my my blog that I have. Here is the table of contents that they have. Yeah, so that's done using a table of contents plugin, which, as I said, I'll link in the description below. But that's it. That's how you can build a simple blog layout so that your website can at least look a little different from the others. And well, I hope it's been beneficial for you, and if it has, please hit that like button to let me know. To catch some more Divi tutorials as they come out, make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I'll be posting more and more as I learn more how to use Divi. Your feedback is valuable, so leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions for future videos. And then just thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.